Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm an event planner for the Orange County Library System, but I am also a published author. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can get a literary agent. Last week, I talked about what a literary agent actually does, and so if you're not entirely sure what a literary agent does, make sure you go back and watch that video. Most large publishers will not even take submissions from unagented writers, but a literary agent can be a valuable partner even if you're only signing with small publishers. So how do you find one? Most people get their literary agent through what we call the querying process. You'll send a query letter and a sample of the book to the literary agent. This is usually done electronically through email or some kind of submission form. If you aren't sure what a query letter is, I did a previous video on that topic, so make sure you go back and watch that on this channel. What exactly you send for the book sample can vary widely from agent to agent, so you'll want to make sure to check out their submission guidelines to see exactly what to send. Some agents may also request additional things, such as a synopsis. To find out the contact info and what exactly each agent wants you to send them, you will have to do some research. A good place to start that I always recommend is called querytracker.net. It's a searchable database of literary agents that is free to use, though there are some paid upgrades. Other websites that provide lists of literary agents include Manuscript Wishlist, Agent Query, Publishers Weekly, Writer's Digest, and Readsy. It's always a good idea to double check the info that you find on these websites against what's actually on the literary agent's website, because sometimes that information can be inaccurate or out of date. Some of these websites have ways that you can track your submission to literary agents, but you can also create your own system. I created my own using Google Spreadsheets. You may also wish to do further research on literary agents by searching on Google and YouTube for their name plus the word interview. Once you've done your research and created a list of agents that you want to query, you're going to want to develop your querying strategy. The common wisdom is to query in batches so that you're only sending a couple at a time. So if you find out that your query is not really working, or you want to do some extra edits on your manuscript before sending it out, you haven't sent it to all the agents that you want to query. Because you can only query a given project with a given agent once. How many agents you have in each batch depends on how many agents take your genre and also how confident you are in your submission package. Keep in mind as you're developing your querying strategy that it is not good etiquette to send a new query to an agent after you already have an offer of representation from another agent. The agents could respond anytime from immediately after you sent your query to several months or sometimes even several years later. They will respond to your query with either a rejection or a request for more materials. Many agents have a no response means no policy, which means after a given time, you should assume that if you haven't heard back, that it is a no. The requests could be for a certain number of pages, which we call a partial request, or it could be for the entire manuscript, which we call a full request. Once you've received a full request, the response is either going to be a rejection, an ask to set up a call, or a request to revise the book and resubmit, which we commonly call R&R. If an agent asks to set up a call with you, they are usually prepared to offer representation, but not always. Sometimes a call can be to request an R&R or to request additional information that they need before they can make their decision. You'll want to have questions ready for the agent in case it is an offer. If the agent does make an offer, it is standard practice to ask for 2 weeks to respond to the offer. Once you've received an offer of representation from an agent, you'll want to contact every agent that you queried and has not yet rejected you to let them know that you have an offer and offer them the chance to throw their hat in the ring. Some people will say only to contact agents who have requested materials, but some agents read a lot faster than others, so it's a good idea to contact everyone just in case they haven't got to your query letter yet. If an agent is not interested, they can ignore the email or they can simply reply with a quick decline. I'm planning another video that goes into more detail about what to do when an agent offers representation, so keep an eye out for that in the coming weeks. If multiple agents offer representation, you will have to decide which offer you're going to accept and then let the other offering agents know that you've chosen someone else. At this point, some agents have only a verbal or an informal agreement, while some agents have a written agreement that you will have to sign. Congratulations, you have an agent. There are a couple other ways that authors find literary agents, but querying is the most common by far. There are Twitter pitch events, such as PitMad and DVPit, which result essentially in an invitation to begin the querying process, possibly with a slight advantage over the other queries. Some mentoring opportunities, such as Pitch Wars, have a pitching element as well. There are also often pitch opportunities at writing workshops and writing conferences, and again, those are usually an invitation to begin the querying process. None of these are considered a replacement for querying, but they just are additional optional opportunities. Sometimes, but rarely, an agent will reach out to an unagented author because they have read and enjoyed some of their other work, including short stories, articles, indie published books, or podcasts. There are also referrals. A referral happens when an agent's colleague or client has read an author's work and really liked it and recommended it to the agent. These should always be offered freely by the referrer and never requested by the referee. A novel or memoir usually needs to be complete, self-edited, and polished to the best of your ability before being submitted to a literary agent. You should definitely not query before a book is complete. I hope this video has helped you understand the agent querying process a little bit better. Feel free to drop any questions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. To learn more about writing workshops and see more videos, visit ocls.info/writers corner. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.